Hey gut feeler, this video is about postnasal drip and the 3 things you must know about it. If you've tried all the standard protocols, you did the neti pots and the nebulizer and the antihistamines, and you're still dealing with the throat clearing, the feeling like the lump in the throat, coughing, Esmeralda. This is Esmeralda, by the way. The sore throat, mucus coming up constantly, then this video is for you, and we're going to jump right into it. Number 3, what's causing postnasal drip? This is important to understand before we come to the next points, how you can actually get rid of it. You may not know it, but it's normal that the sinus produces small amounts of mucus and liquids to cleanse itself. And the body produces mucus in more than the normal amounts. That means that there is some inflammation going on in the body. There is something going on in the body that needs addressing. And the number 1 root cause, what's going on there, is strep bacteria, resistant strains of strep. Now the body is really smart because it produces this mucus in order for making it harder for the bacteria to move in the sinus and also to proliferate. It gets like this sticky consistence, right? That's what this mucus and the postnasal drip is all about. This resistant strain of strep not only sits in your sinuses, it also sits in your liver and in your intestines. So for example, if you're dealing with allergies, which I dealt with 15 years plus in my life, it sucks. Right? Skin rashes, acne, SIBO, candida, all of those are connected to a low-grade infection with resistant strains of strep, which unfortunately with every antibiotic that you're taking is getting worse. The good news, however, is that if you address the 1 root cause, all those other symptoms that are connected with the postnasal drip are healing as well. Rinse and repeat. Number 3, we covered what causes postnasal drip, which is resistant strains of strep, and that mucus is actually a good thing from your body to protect itself and to cleanse out the strep bacteria and make it harder for them to proliferate. Now that we cleared out the root cause, let's talk about number 2, postnasal drip remedies. What you can do, how you can support yourself to get rid of postnasal drip with diet and with a few supplements. The number 1 most important thing is that you stop feeding strep bacteria so the body can stop producing excess mucus. Right? Makes sense. I hate to break this to you, you're probably not going to like it. There are 3 food groups that you need to avoid if you want to get rid of the postnasal drip, of allergies, SIBO, of chronic rhinitis, sinusitis, constant infections in your sinus. Here's what you got to do. You need to rid your diet as much as possible, best 100% of gluten. Anything that contains gluten, doesn't have to be just bread, also pasta. There is gluten-free options in the market these days, so no gluten, no cheese. Yeah, I know it's filling, it tastes great, but it actually feeds strep bacteria and makes it so much harder for you to get rid of postnasal drip. And eggs are the last one. So gluten, dairy and eggs, and including everything, including the Greek yogurt with the probiotics and all of that. I have another video which explains this in detail, which I'm going to link up here. Obviously, in that category, what not to eat, there are also processed foods, alcohol, anything that makes it harder for your body to heal itself and that creates mucus or inflammation. To speed up your healing journey, I recommend 2 supplements. Number 1 is vitamin C, and it needs to be a natural vitamin C, not the white chemically produced ascorbic acid. That is just one part of vitamin C. It's not the natural one. I love to take Camu powder, for example. This is a berry, and if you take Camu, it's a natural vitamin C, has tons of antioxidants, which helps also to strengthen your immune system and to fight the strep and to clear the mucus out of your sinus and of your liver and the intestines. Take 1 teaspoon of the dried powder in juice or in water. It doesn't taste great, but it's actually very effective, 3 times per day. Yeah, so 1 teaspoon 3 times per day. I'll link you that also in the description below so you have a good reference point for a good Camu supplement. And the second one is zinc. It needs to be a liquid form of zinc. Zinc sulfate is great, also a plant-based zinc is amazing. Zinc kills streptococcus and it also strengthens. This was one of like taking zinc. Sorry, I'm actually having a cold still. That's why I have postnasal drip. which is really interesting and inspired to do this video. When I had allergies for 15 years and I couldn't even get out here, you know, and breathe because I was just itchy, red, everything, it was so bad. Zinc actually saved my life because zinc stabilizes the cells that are producing histamine, that are releasing histamine in the tissue, which are called mast cells, and which then start the cascade of inflammation, mucus, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So zinc helps to make the cell walls of those mast cells stronger so they don't just are not so reactive and all the time creating inflammation with the histamine. However, here it's really important that you don't just take zinc oxide in tablet form because it doesn't do anything good for your body and just burdens your liver, but a natural form of zinc. I'll link you my 2 favorite ones also down below, and you can find it on peggyschirmer.com/shop. So rinse and repeat. Number 2, postnasal remedies. Stop eating dairy, gluten and eggs. Reduce as much as possible and you will see an improvement. I mean, this is just a real game changer. I know it's going to mean some changing in diet. I have also a meal plan for if you need some help with that, but it's just going to change. It's going to change everything. Taking natural form of vitamin C. Camu is my personal favorite, 1 teaspoon 3 times per day, and liquid zinc, a liquid zinc sulfate, which helps to strengthen the immune system, kills strep, and reduces the histamine production in the body. So you actually have clear sinuses and less postnasal drip. And last but not least, I want to give you 2 magic points that you can do, and that I did also when I had allergies and I also had postnasal drip. They come from acupressure and they work within 15 to 20 minutes, really, really rapidly. They actually work much better than antihistamines, and they only come with good benefits for your body. You don't poison your body with any more medication. Instead, you help healing the postnasal drip and clearing the throat and having less sinus congestion, all of that. Let's get started. Let me know in the comments below, what have you done for getting rid of postnasal drip? What has worked and what didn't? Let me know in the comments below. Share it with us gut feelers so we can help support each other. Point number 1 is on the Bladder Meridian and is the end part of your eyebrows. You will feel, if you put your hands there right now, you will feel that there's a little dent. One or two fingers, put them here, and then you press firmly for 30 seconds. You can count, so 30 seconds, and you want to press firmly. And if those points, if you have postnasal drip and sinusitis, those points will be sensitive. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. You don't damage anything in your body. Don't worry. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable. And for 30 seconds, then you release. Take a deep breath. And then you do it 2 times more. So 30 seconds again. 30 seconds again. And this is Bladder Meridian 2, which helps to clear your sinus from mucus and actually also lowers inflammation in the body. The second point is the one that I've been using like forever, especially when I had these massive allergy attacks and nothing worked. And that one will also be very, very sensitive. This is large intestine 20. So it's part of the meridian that is from Chinese medicine that's connected to the large intestine. And this one is exactly here in the dent next to your nostrils, like this. Yeah, often that one is also going to be sensitive, and firm pressure you apply is going to be sound really funny. You apply firm pressure for 30 seconds again, and you will start to notice that the sinus is clearing. So 30 seconds. I'm not gonna do it 30 seconds right now. I'm just demonstrating, and you will notice that the mucus is draining. Actually, because I had a cold just now, I've been doing that myself a lot. So I just noticed that things are coming out, and that's a good sign. Now you want to combine this with the things that I shared in the second point, the postnasal remedies, with getting away from the gluten and the eggs and the dairy, bringing in zinc, bringing in vitamin C, and all of these things that work synergistically together to get rid of your postnasal drip.